Something is happening. Beauty is at work, through pure and selfless acceptance, through everyday transcendence that remedies the chaos, an antidote to the sorrow on this earth for eternity. Music heard so deeply that it is not heard at all. You are the music, whilst the music lasts. Insist on beauty in spite of everything. Decorum. As I'm walking, I see you on your motorbike. I can see your blue eyes and nose peering underneath the crash helmet. But it's not you. It's just a man that looks like you. I'm disappointed every time. Every time I see a man on a motorbike, I think it's my dad. I'm not sure why this is. Sometimes I forget what your bike looks like. Everyone's eyes and faces look the same underneath black crash helmets. From a distance, everyone looks like you. Although soon I realise it's not. I remember you used to paint pictures of naked women in crash helmets. Their identities were hidden too. I always wondered who these women were. Their shiny, round, black heads like lollipops. Props. Who were they, Dad? Breathe. The laughing heart. Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. There is light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life. Sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvellous. The gods wait to delight in you. Roscoe was a wild cat when it was 4 degrees outside. When I moved in, she stayed in with me in winter and rain, sleep with me, mostly outside. Hunter, I never tried to break her spirit. Hit by car in front of me, I was shocked. I buried her by cat litter and wild food. Her sunshine place could only dig the stones because the city's sewage pipes about 3 or 4 feet. I wish it was deeper. Next to keeping other animals from digging her up. When I find stones, I'll cover up, because her decompilation began to swell. If so, I'll put more soil on top. First cat, and friend. Hi. Yeah. I saw you last night. I was in the club. Yeah. I saw who you were with, too. She was holding you so tight. Because she knows you want me. Oh no, she can't love you. She can't love you like I do. I said to myself that you must be out of your mind. You were there with somebody else. You know you're wasting your time. Nah. Because she can't love you. She can't love you like I do. You're missing my beat and I'm leading your moves. Let's give it one more try. Let's get back in the groove. Because she can't love you. She can't love you like I do. When I was younger, my father was a producer of a transvestite troupe, and it seemed a dream for me to be able to observe what was behind the curtain. I think this is when it all started, while growing up. I kept on searching for that feeling of wonder, this taste for metamorphosis. I direct speak of cabarets, shows, or even the strange, from video to another. Often the same protagonist progressed in this mysterious and phantasmagorical universe. I consider my videos as living paintings. I use the camera as a painter with his brushes. What could my world be made of? Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. If you want to turn yourself into a proud samurai warrior, you need the katana samurai sword. This high-quality plastic weapon is a Japanese longsword, which will look just perfect with your traditional Japanese bakama. And the traditional Japanese gita, and add the finishing touch to your Asian outfit. The black and gold katana samurai sword comes with a matching black scabbard, so it can be stored safely. The Japanese sword will protect you in fights, and is sure to make you an eye-catcher at any party. Size length, 105 centimetres. Blade length, 70 centimetres. Material, plastic. Yeah, so a couple of years ago, a bunch of us went down to the beach, and we got there, and Coast Guards running all up and down the sand, like, you can't get in the water, screaming at us, and so we waited a bit, and they went further down the beach, and we decided we would go, like, what the fuck, where are we coming here? So, and my buddy went down there, and he's like, oh good, come down here, man. So I walked over, and we looked down, and we couldn't see from where we were parked, but like, when we looked down, they were really close. We were really close. You look down, and there were all these fucking jellyfish, one, all over the place. One every 2 or 3 feet. And from where we were standing, you couldn't really tell if they were living or dead, because some of them were still moving. But then others were just totally limp. So, tell me what it's like growing up in Singapore. Well, I had these really magnificent memories of my childhood because we had these magnificent playgrounds. It was like these big watermelons, and I remember I used to climb to the top of the watermelon and rub myself on the ridges to give myself pleasure, think we could fall in love on the internet? No. Because it wouldn't be love. It'd just be porn. I didn't see. Seen from a distance, almost everything looks beautiful. As the distance increases, the more we romanticize. All the small details from the everyday reminisce the past. Because things we want to forget are the things we can never forget. Do it! Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream of success, where you're going to work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No! What are you waiting for? Just do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Emerging gaming technologies operate within the nexus of social relationships that characterize the modern world. These technologies enable a constant commentary which has become the quintessential quality of power, often operating as mechanisms that dictate our action and preordain our expectations. The work interrogates the cultural logic of feedback as a metaphor and material condition. It is live, cybernetic, reactive. Sensory data translated through visual and tactile apparatus. Disillusion of the virtual copa, real boundary. Reorientating perspective of the existing and alternative space and time. An avatar in symbiosis with the subject, taking the lead in a continuous loop of action and reaction. We're surrounded by forms. Yes, it's so elusive, right? You know, sometimes it feels like we feel that void between us with something. It grows slowly, like it's overtaking us or something. Like the way we speak, or what we do, what we put, stuff around us. Even like the stances we inhabit, or like the faces we make, or even the body parts. You know, the food we eat, whatever. Sometimes it gets heavier, you know, or more light, but it's like all the distinctions are starting to melt away. The forms, the resemblances, the symmetries, the repetitions, the patterns. that we know we've always had, that we've always had, they've always been there. We're not sure why. And now, the outside looks more and more like the images that were contained in us since the beginning. Hi. Thank you for waiting. We've been running a little bit behind today. Right, as you know, we've taken a few readings and these got sent away. We have a look at them. We meet, a group of us, many years of experience, and we have a look and we see what we can see. Does that make sense? If you could just have a look here, really. The system's really slow, so it's a case of monitoring, and you monitoring, and you letting us know if you notice anything unusual. Would you be able to do this? You have any questions? And take 2. Action. Hi, thank you for waiting. We've been running a little bit behind today. Right, as you know, we've taken a few readings and these got sent away. We had a look at them. We meet a group of us, many years of experience, and we have a look and we see what we can see. Does that make sense? If you could just have a look here, really. The system is really slow, so it's a case of monitoring, and you monitoring, and you let us know if you notice anything unusual. Would you be able to do this? You have any questions? Take 3 and... Hi. Thank you for waiting. We've been running a little bit behind today. Right. As you know, we've taken a few readings and these got sent away. We have a look at them. We meet a group of us, many years of experience, and we have a look and we see what we can see. Does that make sense? If you just have a look here, really. And the system's really slow, so it's a case of monitoring, and you monitoring, and you letting us know if you notice anything unusual. Would you be able to do this? You have any questions? Double-sided. Minds. Different paths. One runs after sunlight, one follows the rising moon. They either congregate, connect, intersect, touch, unite at sunset for eclipses, play and then separate for long interspecies, later reenacting past meetings forever, lost in repetition. Ebb and flow, edging closer, expanding warmth. That point, just before the pressure bursts. Capillary rush. Tension. Resisting. Each muscle, each limb, each breath. Under control for now. Questions of limitations dissolve into the blur. Eyes open, but horizons fall away. The burn increases, now. The pain centres. One of you escapes, but I pull you back. Duality. Is this thing only as a whole, weakened by quivering joints? Lungs push for release, struggle to hold on. Control surrendered, suspended in dullness, eyes close. Now none. Running, reaching, falling, skipping, turning, sliding, walking. These are all words that describe ways of moving. Each action is packed with many micro-movements. It's hard for us to recognize these small movements individually. When describing how to walk, we use the simplest terms possible and struggle to explain on the mechanics of a simple movement. Understanding body movement in the terms of everyday language should be simple. However, our muscle memory takes over for our brain, and our body becomes a strange system of levers and pulleys that maneuver by our command. She sits. I squirt toothpaste in my mouth. I start to brush. She's looking at me. I look at her. I keep brushing whilst looking. After I look at her, she looks at me and I continue to brush, getting faster, getting harder. I start to gag. My eyes leak and I still look at her. She's looking at me and I keep brushing, gagging. I feel like I'm going to be sick. Am I going to be sick? Gagging, paste on my face, my hair on my shirt, dripping. And I still look at her. And she looks at me. Enough. The sculptor, the painter, the video maker, the figure of the artist has been as fetishized in Western culture as the Hollywood actor, Town Drunk, or the Messiah himself. Michael Peter's take shots attempts to reconfigure the concept of creator or creatrix by placing himself in a position of artists as mean. Watch, enjoy, and be at one. We are all children of the universe. I fear the absolute. I fear my absence in the absence of all things. Belief in living has been contorted into the shortened life of contempt and predetermined imprisonment. And I feel it all collapsing. I can't fucking embrace it. It's near, and here I stand, wasting my last moments cursing thee who have oppressed me to this ill fate. You give me nothing, no mercy, no empathy, only self-hate. To you, I'm just a plaything, an amusement replicating the cries of man. You would play last moments of my life over and over and over. I'm just a fucking charade, suspended at the core of ridicule. And I pity for those whose end mirrors mine. And I pity myself. I'm helpless. Thank you. I'm tormented by the inescapable, rewinding collapse. Don't let them see me like this. Man is under surveillance. Where has he gone? Almost into a state of euphoria, of relief, as though he's happy about it. He has to act as a looking glass rather than a mirror of social conventions. He disintegrated perfectly, but never reappeared. He became translucent to reveal his reality. It's impossible unless he is, or was, insane. He changed his mind. You know how men are. Perhaps it symbolises something deep in his subconscious. Feeling genuinely upset, tears level, shame on me. With my face's receptacle and surface that's throwing up what's already there, what, where, and how world stuff. Confrontations past, preferably, living in lists like over and under, with grapple here as approaching confrontation, or surface lump rolled out. You go through the dump to form a projectile, semi-bound like protest song collapsed. Needs filled for no other. Forced, partly forever, as long as I leave you together. Art hits. Whatever I point at is big. Snap leg. Snap leg. Snap leg. Snap leg. Snap leg. Snap leg. Snap leg, 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 snap leg. Chalk circle. Another one of those days when you think, shit, I've done nothing today. This London Underground journey needs no excessive mental activity to perform. I'm stuck in a strange modern day meditation. This space asks for an interruption. When it happens, it's a moment of pure panic and confusion. All previous expectations are obliterated. There's a second of elation. The rules are being broken here. Quickly it passes. I'm back in a routine. There's an expansion of discovery and limitation, even if I'm thinking, fuck, this is boring. As I scribble, repetitively, onto the floor. Between the visible and invisible lies a glistening rectangular pane, a transparent veil. This thin, glossy sheet of glass, so innocent looking, is the frontier between the physicality of toil and the ignorance of immateriality. Liquid crystals oscillating between a seamless fluid and solid state produce a vicious reality that's almost palpable, almost attainable, that succeeds only in abstracting. The heightened artifice perpetuates anonymity, outsourced and far away. Dead labour turns to capital and power relations dissolve. All that is solid melts into the air. These light installations do not provide an original experience. Instead, the audience will witness occurrences they have previously encountered in their everyday lives, on bedroom walls, floors, and through bus windows, but may never have noticed. Observing, recording, and recreating studies of light. This series of events are light occurrences that have been captured and digitally recreated using projectors as the technology to stage them in a space, to either go noticed or unnoticed. What you're about to witness is quite definitely harrowing. British artist Jack Evans, who was raised in Mansfield, heart of the Midlands, is now one of the most southern parts of the UK, Brighton Beach. In the hellish winter cold, laid out nothing but Ray-Bans, his favourite pair of Speedos, and in a fucking tacky shit gold watch, eating what I believe those Brits call a 99 flake. His body looks glorious as it shivers in the wind, and I do have to remind you, especially the ladies, it was fucking cold. Enjoy. Hold your breath. Count to 2. Come with us. In a world of pure imagination, take a look and you'll see into our imagination. We'll begin travelling in the world of our creation. What you'll see will have no explanation. Look around, there's no life to compare with living with no pixelation. Joe Moss was Shia LaBeouf before Shia LaBeouf was Joe Moss. We only got 30 seconds, so I'll try his voice, but I don't know, man. Who makes that choice? Who's pretending to be who? We're pretending to talk to a you that doesn't exist yet. But what's really going on here? I don't think any of us understand. Maybe you do. There's always reflections of you in the screen, but I can't speak. I'm dumb. I'm the dumbest. But Shia talks. Fuck, 30 seconds. So, alright, pressure, whatever. Hey, it's really Joe. Bet you never thought this would happen, huh? Work number 24 oscillates somewhere between a durational performance and live sculpture. The work seems to act both as a social and institutional critique of what is an art school, presented then in the form of a bookshop as opposed to a library, arguably a democratic equivalent. The work seems to explore the currency of ideas, how trade and exchange is not only commoditized, but perhaps how conversation is perhaps a vital component in the flow and disruption of how culture manifests. My practice revolves around questions of fact and fiction and the blurred line that lies between. I'm interested in how surveillance images can be manipulated and orchestrated in order to create a particular narrative, creating unreliable narrator. There are 3 parts to the work: footage of a factual space whereby a sequence of events has occurred, a digital drawing of space, and a strip backstage to its crude, simplest skeletal form, where the sequence of events is reenacted. The stage is a factual representation of a real-life space whereby every property is identical in dimensions. 57,910,000, 108,200,000, 149,600,000, 227,940,000, 778,330,000, 1,429,400,000, 2,970,990,000, 4,504,5,900,000, 13,520,000. I can't start looking. Part 35, take 3. I can't stop looking at my phone and computer, separate connected entity, making me lose time, space, awareness. Where's my phone? I need to make that sunset digital. Stone preserved in binary code, till the server breaks and the national grid runs out of gas. I can't find my money. That left the physical sphere long ago. All I see remind me of things online or in a video game. They are so real in the moment. I climbed that mountain with my mind and fingers. My body didn't even get close. All my experiences turned into light and pixels.